Hello everyone. In this video, we're gonna see how design thinking approach is very much helpful for any kind of student, irrespective of the domain. But specifically today, I would like to talk about how arts and science and students are having a great ideology of using the design thinking and how it's helping them to crack the placement. The content that which we are going to discuss today in this particular PPT or in this video is first we go with introduction and rationale, behind the inquiries, the chosen problem statement, and how empathy helps in different stages, the defining part of how the core problem is being deciphered, ideation part where the ideas, how does it put in together and how does the prototype helps in the making the idea into an action, and the final stage is testing and evaluations, wherein they do the testing and they come up with the result, whether to take it further as in publication or should they have to work it out with the help of the feedback they can able to do it. And how it's going to be done in an implementation. Here, the main core idea is how placement they're going to crack it. That is the main problem statement that we have taken it when it comes to the DT using design thinking for cracking the interview by the arts and science student. In the introduction, here we can see how today we have gathered to examine the design thinking paradigm and methodology meticulously tailored for the nuanced complexities of arts and science scholars. In embracing this approach, we transcend the ordinary, laying the groundwork of cultured and imaginative inquiries and profound transformation. The rationale behind the inquiries. This initiative emerged from keen observation, cultivating talent among the arts and science students demand distinctive and very sensibility too, diverging sharply from the methods successfully with this technical counterpart. With this, the recognition we sought is to empathize deeply with our students' lively relatabilities and aiming to craft intervention that ignites their latent potentials. The chosen problem statement here is our focal challenge may be thus articulated to employ a design thinking framework to uplift students' placement and internship among arts and science students. This journey is not merely towards the employment but towards the intellectual and professional flourishing. The first stage is empathy stage. So, in order to make people understand what is meant by empathy, the empathy is nothing but you understand the pain point of the problem that you have chosen, and first by doing empathy, since by understanding the pain point of the person, and from that you derive a solution because until unless you know what is that is holding them or what is that stopping them to crack the interview, it is so hard for us to come up with a solution. So we are using the first stage of the design thinking. Here we began with empathy, immersing ourselves in the unique landscape of 13 departments. The survey was focused group and personalized dialogue eliminated learning phases. The linguistic elegance of art students, the technical proofs of their science fears. This explanation, this exploration revealed barrier, unexpressed confidence, elusively aptitude, and mute draughts before the interviews. The next stage is a defined stage, where in the defined stage the core problem is defined. May they just segregate the problem into different fragments and they try to come up with a solution for that. So here from these collective insights we distill the essence of their challenges, and our students who are lacking with the structured authentic exposure to the contemporary technical applications and the trends, leaving them ill matched for evolving demand of professional sphere. Thus, the imperative to create cross-pollination platform that is emerged between them. The next stage is the ideate. The ideate is like a workshop that we conduct in order to make them to come up with the proper ideas. Idea generation we call it, right? Because if we can come up with the symposium of imagination, students profiling with the preferred learning modified peer-to-peer monitoring, Senior to junior dialogues and domain specific boot camps become more lively laboratories where the deficiencies discussed with candor and talent celebrated with collective enthusiasm. Next one is prototyping, where the ideas are converted into an action. The crucible of implementation ensued. A curated regime of aptitude and technical training was devised, supported by group discussion, interactive drills. Through these prototype, boundaries between science and artistry blurred, nurturing holistic readiness for the demand of real world assessment. Testing and evaluation is the last stage of the design thinking, where methodical testing was followed as a mock interviews, resume clinics, and continuing the feedback yielded empirical comparison of the pre and the post intervention capabilities, analytically clarified emerged distinguishing captative virtuosa from technical aspirant and enabling strategies, redirection in placement priorities. The implementation and scholarly reflection. This design thinking odyssey has equipped us to calibrate our pedagogical strategies, continuously customizing modules to align with evolving student needs. The design thinking approaches has not only expanded our collective wisdom but has authored a narrative of transformation, one in which we learn finds agencies within a broader scholarly tapestry of opportunities. Thank you so much for watching the video.